Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be expanding on my holiday gift guide that I did 2 years ago. I did a video with gifts for people, all types of people like him, her, adults, the kids. And this year I wanted to expand upon that and focus just on kids gifts because that's mainly who I'm shopping for. Because typically adults don't want a lot, or they'll say don't give me a gift, or they just want like a gift card to something. But kids gifts you have to think a little bit more about. So I hope I have a few good ideas for you. And I'm going to start with stocking stuffers, and then I'll move on to some bigger items as I go along. So for stocking stuffer ideas, you can do edible stuff or you could do non-edible gifts, and some edible ideas are beef sticks, or you could do homemade granola, you can do popcorn, you can make homemade cookies or chocolates or fudge, and those are good stocking stuffer ideas. You don't necessarily have to stuff the stocking full of candy. Also some personal care items you could put in there, like bath bombs, chapstick, or bamboo toothbrushes, card games, or hats and mittens, or art supplies. Those fit nicely into a stocking. So there are things you can put in stockings that don't have to be like candy. Now when it comes to toys, I try to avoid getting anything electronic or battery operated or has a screen. I just feel that it's not really beneficial for kids. It's not stimulating. And a lot of those toys break down really fast. We've had a few that have been given to us by other people, and they might use them for maybe a year or even less than that, maybe a few months, and then the toy will somehow break down and then we have to get rid of it. And it's kind of sad for our kids because they really like that toy, but it just doesn't work anymore. Either that, or they're just sitting around like just kind of staring at the toy, just watching it move or light up. And I just feel it's better to get more stimulating toys, more interactive toys. I feel like that's better for kids. So we try to avoid things that have any kind of battery or screen. So starting with toddlers, you could get them a number of things. You can get them toys, you could get them art supplies like finger paints, you could get them paper, construction paper, and there are a lot of Montessori style toys that you could get for a toddler. Things that we've gotten in the past have been like a wooden train set or play food. We used to have a play kitchen, and the kids really liked that when they were toddlers. Wooden cars, wooden little animals, like little wooden peg people. There's a number of wooden toys, and I'll have them linked in the blog post. I'll have linked in the description box. Also, books are great for toddlers. There's lots of toddler books out there, like they have the I Spy toddler books. There's Hungry Caterpillar, there's Goodnight Moon. There's a lot of choices when it comes to toddler books. And if you're looking for a larger gift item, you could get something like a kitchen tower that will help kids get up to the counter height and do cooking alongside their parents. It's a little more safe because it has walls around the sides of the stool. It keeps the child more secure. Another thing that we've done in the past is one year, I think it was for Christmas or birthday or something, my stepdad made a pickler triangle. It's like a little wooden climbing structure, and that's really great for kids ages like 1 to about, I'd say 5 or 6. And it's great when it's cloudy, rainy, or yucky outside. Then they can still play inside. And I almost forgot I wanted to throw this in here, but I found this recently. This isn't a Christmas gift, but we got this for our toddler, our 1-year-old, recently. And this is a perfect little toddler toy. And this looks like a typical plastic toy, but it's actually made from recycled milk jugs, which is really cool. And we found it at Target, and it was on sale for Black Friday. So we just got it for our toddler while we were shopping. And it's from Green Toys. And I think that's really cool, seeing toys made from recycled materials, because we try to be a little bit more eco-conscious. And so I recommend this toy. It seems pretty durable. Like the plastic's pretty hard. It's not really flimsy. So just wanted to throw that in there. And moving on to preschoolers, and some of these toddler toys might work for preschoolers too. But preschoolers, I find, like the tactile, hands-on type of stuff, like kinetic sand. We have a sensory kit that has like scoops and bowls in it, and you can scoop out like beans or rice or something and practice transferring it from one container to the other. They like Play-Doh, and you can make homemade Play-Doh if you want. So another popular toy for the toddler to preschool age is some type of building toy, and our preschooler loves Magnetiles. It's a very popular toy for that age range, and they're multicolored magnetic tiles that stick together, and they come in different shapes. It's interesting because the child has to think about how the pieces connect to each other because they're not all the same type of shapes. You have triangles that are longer and shorter, and you have hexagons, and so it requires a little bit more thinking. And our preschooler also really loves puzzles. She does 50 to 100 piece puzzles, and those are perfect for her. And she also likes things like Candyland. That's a perfect preschool age game because it doesn't require reading, it just requires a child to know their colors. Now my kids are ages 1, 4, 6, and then we have another one due in the spring. So I don't have as much recommendations for older kids, but I do have a few elementary age recommendations. And one that my daughter really loves, she got this for her birthday, and she wants to get like an expansion pack for it, maybe for Christmas. Santa might bring one. But she loves this marble run, and it's really interesting for kids. I remember I used to love this. My grandparents had one of these, and I would play with this thing for hours because you can just rebuild it, you take it down, you can race the marbles, you can like time the marbles, you can do all sorts of different combinations. It's just interesting to watch the marbles go through the track. This set has actually glow-in-the-dark marbles, so you could actually go into a dark room and then put the marbles in here. You have to light them. You have to put a little light next to them first, and then you can watch them in the dark just race down the track. So I think that's really cool for school-age kids, like elementary age. My 6-year-old loves this. And there are lots of board games that I recommend as well for elementary age kids. And my 6-year-old also really loves this I Spy Snap, and there's a few different card games out there. I remember I had a card set as a kid, and we played like Crazy Eights, and we did Uno, we did all sorts of card games when I was a kid. So cards are a very versatile gift idea, and it could also be a stocking stuffer idea. There are also a lot of craft kits for kids. Some things that I used to have when I was a kid was like I had a rug hooking kit, and that was really cool. An embroidery kit, and I wanted to show you guys. My grandparents made this for me when I was a little kid, and I still have it. This is like 20 years old, but it actually has like the date and it has my name on it. It has like my grandparents wrote a little note on here. But this was my sewing kit when I was a kid. I got it for like Christmas when I was 8, and this is a really nice gift. And you can put like needles in there and thread and maybe some type of, like I have a cross stitch kit in here, and it has like the pattern and stuff and the fabric and a little embroidery hoop. There's different things you can put in here. And this is perfect for a kid maybe around ages 7 to 10 or so, 7 to 11. I've seen things like beading kits, making bracelets and jewelry. There's all sorts of kits if you kind of walk through, especially a store like Michael's, you'll find stuff like that. Another thing you could get is an art kit, which has all the different colored pencils and paints and markers and everything all in one kit. That's a nice gift for a child around maybe the age of 6 to 12. Another favorite of mine when I was a kid was Legos, and I think once my kids are old enough, I will get them Legos, but they're like, 4 and 6 right now, and I'm worried about little pieces of Legos either getting eaten or getting lost. So I'm gonna probably wait on that for a couple years. But I had a Lego Hogwarts castle when I was a kid, and that was really, really cool. And for larger items, in the past we've gotten the kids bikes, scooters. You could get like a small trampoline or even a large trampoline if you want to. Another thing that we've gotten for the kids last year for Christmas, Santa brought them a dollhouse, and it's a nice wooden dollhouse. It's really quality, and you could get whatever kind of dolls you want to put in there. Another thing that we've gotten is a little stroller with a doll in it. It's a nice handmade doll, So there's all sorts of things. You look around like on Etsy, just kind of surf the internet. And of course, there are things you can get for older children to read. There's lots of books out there, and I'll have more linked in the blog post. But right now, we are reading the Little House series. So we're on Little House on the Prairie right now. And this is actually my book when I was a kid. So it's like yellowed on the inside and a little bit worn. But it's actually really cool to have this book. And other books I liked as a kid that I'm going to be doing soon with my kids are like maybe the Magic Treehouse books, Chronicles of Narnia, that was good. Books that we've read recently that are good for like preschool and younger elementary kids are the original Winnie the Pooh series, the Beatrix Potter series with like Peter Rabbit and Mrs. Tittlemouse. And they actually on YouTube have the old, like, I don't know, 80s or 90s cartoons that go along with it. I used to watch those as a kid, so now I show them to my kids, and they're free on YouTube. And my kids also like Little Bear and Franklin, and there's books that correspond with the show. So if you look at your local library, or if you want to get it as a gift, you might be able to find it online. So these are just a few gift ideas that I have off the top of my head, or things that the kids have gotten before for birthday or from Santa. And I'll have even more linked in the blog post as I mentioned. So you definitely want to check that out after this video is done. So I hope this video was helpful and gave you some ideas on shopping for kids gifts, whether you're shopping for a grandchild or a niece or nephew or a friend's kid or even your own kids. These are some screen-free, electronic-free gifts. And please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and leave me a comment. And I hope you have a happy holiday season. Be well, guys.